Hi, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for returning if that is the case. Today we're doing the So Wanted 2025 forecast for you. This is a whole year reading, okay? It's the only one that we do the whole reading, so a whole year. So we're going to be using different decks, getting energies, tarot, love and romance specifically, and then at the end, we're going to be taking a card for each quarter. We're going to be doing by quarters, 1, 2, 3, and the last one. Okay, so as I was saying, at the end we're going to take one archangel as an extra insight per quarter for you. Okay, this is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus sign. And if you felt drawn to this reading, there's definitely a message here for you, so stick around to the end to see what do we have for you. So let's get started here. I'm going to start shuffling here your energy oracle cards, and as I do that, I would invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. It's completely free for you, and if this is the type of content that you resonate with, there's definitely a lot of information here for all year round. Okay, so let's get started here for you, Scorpio. Once again, thank you so much for being here. Your presence is so appreciated in this channel. So let's start with the first strategy. I love this. The garden and the gate for the second quarter, the second chakra, Archangel Ariel for the third, and finally door to value. This is really nice. So let's get into the tarot initially to get the general part, and so we can start understanding a little bit more about your cards. Okay, so let's connect with Scorpio, please. Okay, so we have the Lover straight away. So we're going to be taking a card and clarify for all quarters. Okay, so we have already for the first one the Dreamer and the Six of Water. So let's get on to the second, the King of Fire and the Seven of Fire. Okay, now for the third, we have the Awakening with the Nine of Fire. There's a lot of fire in your sign, Scorpio. And finally, the Seven of Water with the High Priestess. Perfect. Really nice. Okay, so let's get started here and understand a little bit better what is going on in your reading. Okay, so let me just organize here so we have, you can also check better. So let's start here with strategy. Okay, strategy has here a chest with a key on it, so I like that. There's a lot of it's a script, it feels like a music, the notes of music, and then you have strategy here. Okay, and you have a feather. You have actually a lot of symbology here as I'm looking into this. You have crosses, you have moons, you have the fairy star as well. So there's a lot of the unknown, right? The energy, the mystic, the occult, all of that, it's coming up here very much. This could be a case where a lot of you, of course, you are Scorpio, so you are actually focusing on all of that naturally, about the unknown, about the occult, about the mysticism, all the things that are not tangible. And the card is definitely inviting you to write about it, journal. Okay, maybe you asking yourself questions, maybe you're trying to, maybe you are having some sort of insights and you don't know where this is coming from. So let's get started and start writing it down. Okay, this is actually something that you could do very, very much. Some of you might be, even as you walk outside, see some white feathers, as you can see in this card. There's definitely a sign for you. Okay, you could find keys. If you find keys, there's another one. There's a lot, as I mentioned, there's a lot of symbology here for you. Okay, and of course, as we move into the tarot, we actually have the Dreamer, which is the Fool, traditionally a brand new beginning, with the Six of Water. So the Six of Water is actually something, maybe some of you have always been drawn to this type of topics, but maybe in your family no one ever did it, or there's just something, it was sort of forbidden to talk about, and now you are actually, maybe you finally have your freedom and you are opening up, leaving limiting beliefs behind, and you opening up to that. You could have a mentor about that. You could have a friend that is also connected with that, and it makes you wonder. Because this dreamer is definitely about a new beginning. So the first quarter definitely talks about a new beginning, a new version of you, something that years and years ago you used to think about, but you never developed that, so you could be coming up. Now, it doesn't have to be only the part of the occult, it could be a new thing. And maybe the new thing is you starting journaling, you starting putting your emotions into paper and not just holding everything inside, okay? Working on yourself, working on your inner child, on your shadow work, and all of that, okay? So let's see then for love and romance, what else is here for you, Scorpio? I am really liking this reading from the beginning with all this mysticism, magic from the beginning. But let's see for Scorpio, first quarter, what we have for love and romance. So we have the Temperance and we have the Moon. Perfect. So two major arcana. So when it comes to love, this is definitely divine intervention here. Now, I like to talk for those who are single and for those who are committed, independently with the type of commitment, okay? So I'll just go with those two versions here. Now, for those of you single, we could actually be talking about someone that the angels are sending in to you. However, you might feel a little bit vulnerable, insecure with that moon over there. Okay, also, I'm feeling that others that are single are still going through some healing here. You're still getting over some pain, maybe some breakup from the past. Maybe you let go of someone or someone left you behind, and or maybe it was just a mutual separation. But there's still things to be worked on here, okay? For those of you who are in a committed relationship, we are looking here into feeling, diving deep into the unknown, diving deep into where is this going. I'm just going to take a chance and keep moving forward, okay? I know I'm guided, I know I'm protected. This relationship is very healing for me, and I want to see where this is going. So I see actually taking a step ahead, even though there are challenges, there are fears, there are insecurities, but it's looking good for you as well, okay? And moving on into the second quarter here, number 30. So the number 3 can be very important to you because 2 and 1 makes 3. Then we have 33 as well. 36 starts with a 3 and goes to a 9, and then 31 that goes to 4. But there's always 3, right? Involved in the reading. So there's a lot of perfection coming up, okay? The right time to do something. This is the right moment. It's the right year to take a bold step ahead. Now, this card, it's the Garden and the Gate. It's one of my favorite cards here when it comes to self-development and to question yourself, because we actually started here already, question yourself. So this card, it's incredible because you actually see this little girl. She is on the inside in the garden, right? And there's a gate, and then she's looking at outside, and as she's looking at outside, she looks a vast field there, and there's just so much, like she can't even see the end of it, right? So she's wondering, what is it out there, Now the big question here, and then there's a particular part here, is that if she wants to get out of the gate, she has the key. If you look on her necklace, the key is right there. So she has the power to decide. We all have responsibility and ownership for our decisions, okay? Of course, there's always situations where you might feel stuck. You might feel that someone is taking your power from you, okay? So we can also be talking about that sort of manipulation, controlling as well. But you always have the power to do it, okay? And as you see, Once it's out of this gate, everything is free. Butterflies are freely flying. You have a bird's house there, but no one is locking them, okay? There's not a cage, it's just a house. There's potentially food there. They just go and they eat and they rest and then they leave. So it's all very free. It's it feels good, right? It's fresh, and she is just inside. So the big question here is, what do you want to do? Do you want to live in your comfortable place where you know everything, you know what is happening, you know every corner, or do you want to dare and go out in the world and go into the unknown? Your cards are very strong about going into the unknown, but of course, this is always your decision to make, okay? Remember, this is only the second quarter, so not yet the first one, but it could start already this curiosity in the very beginning of the year, and moving on towards the middle of the year, okay, because this goes till June as well. And then from the tarot we do have the King of Fire and the Seven of Fire. I do sense that for some of you, you are having a sort of a struggle inside, because Seven of Fire is very guarded and defensive. However, the King of Fire, it's not. So this could actually, I don't feel this King of Fire being someone else. I actually feel this could be energy in you, okay? The eager, the wanting to do something, the want to break free, but at the same time, there's that sort of guilt and blame. Oh, but I'm going to leave people behind. I'm going to leave that person. I'm going to leave my family. I'm going to leave my friends. And what if they need me? You were born on your own, okay? You were born alone. You were born here. You came up here to follow, to expand your consciousness and to follow your dreams and bring into reality your dreams, because those are your dreams, no one else's. Of course, when you're talking here about living, um, we're not talking about never ever again come back and talk to people. You're just going on your journey, and especially nowadays, technology is so developed. You can always contact with people, okay? So if this is the case that you're feeling you're going to leave people behind, you're not going to leave people behind, okay? You are taking ownership of your life, but still remaining in contact with people, okay? So it's important that you work on that if you are thinking about moving to somewhere else, okay? I don't even know how this came up as in moving to someone else, to somewhere else. But let's see love and romance for this second quarter. What do we have for you? Show me love and romance for the second quarter for Scorpio, please. What do we have here? So we have the Eight of Swords, okay? Feeling stuck, right? Just like that defensive mode, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is actually beautiful. For those of you single, okay, maybe you have been single for quite some time with this Eight of Swords here, and things could actually be shifting and changing. Now, what happens here is that those that I'm connecting here who are single, I believe that you have been feeling very, very comfortable being single. So you don't have to give excuses or explanations to anyone. You like to do your thing. You can do, all your magic, all your, let's call it weird things that maybe some people don't understand that you like to do. Maybe you like to stay quiet in a room, and other people just like to talk, 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 and you need that time. You need that. So what I'm seeing here is that you could potentially start to getting to know someone. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune, it could be someone. This could be meant to be. Okay, situation here, a brand new cycle, and this definitely will be a person that understands you, comprehends, and respect. Most importantly, okay, respect that you like to be alone, respects that you need to have your own space, respect that you're potentially a very sensitive person and you need to reconnect with yourself to recharge. You need downtime, you need all of that, okay? So I do like that. Now for the committed ones, I do see here the end of a cycle where it's been struggle in the relationship and it's moving forward, okay? Because I see one of you have been if feeling a little bit trapped when it comes to maybe opening up, being yourself, being authentic, and that is changing. Okay, this could be the time where one of you opens up and just be very honest and transparent about what is going on in your life. How are you feeling about things? Okay. On the other hand, it could be simply the two of you deciding to take a leap of faith and say, you know what, we want this to move forward. Let's just give it a go. Let's be as open as possible, as honest. We could even be talking about going into some sort of um, therapy, couples therapy maybe, or just getting some advice from a counselor to help you with your relationship, okay? Because I do see that you want to stay in that relationship, but there's some issues here that need to be resolved, okay? And then moving on to the third quarter here, we have second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Second chakra, it's your um, sacral chakra. So the sexual, the creativity, the emotions, the filters, the mother side, the emotional side. So all of that is connected here, okay? Archangel Ariel, it's also connected with nature, okay? She's like the angel of the protector of nature. At the same time, she brings you a lot of strength. She brings you courage. Um, to move forward, to take action onto some, to be yourself, okay? Because sacral chakra is also about being yourself, connecting with who you are, and not being afraid if people are going to um, criticize you or judge you, okay? It's really about being yourself. It's very strongly connected with the solar plexus, but this one is more on the emotional side, on the sexuality, on your intimacy, on how comfortable are you with yourself, with who you are, whether you consider yourself a male, a female, you're you're all, okay? Your light, your dark side, you connect with everything about you, okay? And then with that, interestingly enough, we do have this awakening, which is normally called the Hanging Man and the Nine of Fire. So with this third quarter, we can very much be talking about a transformation, a personal transformation. Nothing related to others, but a personal transformation, and not even with job, okay? I don't feel this is in terms of a career. It could be for some of you, small percentage here, but for majority, this feels more about how do you show up in the world? How do you see yourself? Okay, because the Nine of Swords can also be talking about standing up for what you believe. Maybe you've been challenged, and maybe some people have tried to change your mind about who you are supposed to be in society, but only you know what you are here to do. Only you know your better skills. Only you know how you want to show up. Okay. And yes, there's always someone that tries to change your point of view. And don't get me wrong, we are always welcome. It's supposed to be welcome to receive different point of view from different people, but that doesn't mean that you're going to have to agree with them, okay? You can just accept their point of view as long as it is a constructive critic, and take the notes from what you think it's right, what they think it's right, and maybe find a middle ground there, or simply just defend yourself if you're not aligned with what they're trying to say. Okay, but this is very much about yourself. Um, and this is around the summertime, July, August, September. Okay, but let's see when it comes to love and romance, what is in the cards for you. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups. Here we go. What you want to do. Happy enough. And one more to clarify here. We have the Six of Wands. Exactly. So if you are single, you might just enjoy the single life, okay? And you might come into a stage where people are saying, oh, it's time for you to get someone. It's time for you to settle down. It's time for you to get married and to have kids. Maybe that's not the type of life that you want to have, okay? Maybe that's not, maybe you are happy just having friends. Maybe you're happy to having a pet. Or maybe you are happy because the way you are living your life, it's regarding public recognition, public speaking, being in the public eye, and you're not interested in that, okay? And it's totally okay. It's your decision. Just always remember that it's your decision, okay? Now, for those of you who are committed, this definitely feels like a lot of Beautiful moments. Romance feels very strong here, a lot of romance. I would just mention that with the Six of Wands, you gotta protect your relationship emotionally. So maybe some of you really like to keep posting on some platforms about, posting where you are, what you're doing, all the achievements, milestones in your relationship. Just be aware, okay? Especially if you have accounts where profiles where anyone can go there, anyone can check. You might have some people that you might think that they are very happy and they're not so happy for you, okay? So this is just about monitoring what do you put out there, sharing your private life, okay? But other than that, it looks beautiful. And then finally, the last quarter for you, number 31, door to value. This is a beautiful card. There's a lot of prosperity here. There's different coins, notes, you name it. Okay, and it's just falling down from the sky here. You also have a Chinese coin there. So there's a lot of good luck. There's a lot of prosperity. It feels like towards the end of the year, your financial side, it's definitely um, being rewarded potentially for all the work that you've been doing, maybe all the around, and even from previous years. Okay, there's just a bunch of great things coming your way, and we could be talking about a business if you have, or this could be different forms of income, and you're realizing at the end of the year, you know what, I did a good work and I can actually now see the rewards of it. It doesn't mean you're going to be spending it, but you're potentially just, reviewing and analyzing what you have done and how well you are doing in your financial side, okay? With the tarot, we have the Seven of Water and we have the High Priestess. This could come into you might want to do something different, and this could be, you've been doing really well, and suddenly some of you might want to change. You might want to buy a new home in a completely different place. You might want to start a new business. You might want to leave whatever you're doing behind, because the High Priestess also talks about some um, holding something inside, not exposing straight away, and having a big inner knowledge. So, this inner knowledge could be talking about, remember at the beginning, we're talking about this um, occult mysticism and all. And that's what I'm feeling with the High Priestess here as well. And that door to value is that you could find your value in something different. It doesn't have to be just the financial in terms of the energy of money, but it could be your value in the world. And with the High Priestess, really feels like your value in the spiritual world. Some of you could actually be start working with spirit. You could be transitioning into it. And because the Seven of Water is here, maybe it's not an easy decision for you. Maybe you have to leave a lot of things behind. However, I don't feel that you're gonna just leave this idea behind, okay? So before you make a decision, think about it, consider it, okay? Maybe talk to someone that you trust. But most importantly, with the High Priestess, listen to yourself. And listening to yourself, it's not making a decision in the middle of a conversation. No, it's about going within, going to your meditation, going to your introspection, visualization, and all of that. And from a conscious perspective, yes, make a decision, okay? Not by impulse at all, okay? So let's see for the last quarter, what do we have for love and romance for you, Scorpio? Let's see, what do we have for Scorpio last quarter of 2025? Perfect. Two cards, Three of Wands and the Queen of Cups. For those of you who are single, you could be connecting with someone that is in a different land, different city, state, country, continent, okay? Maybe the other side of the world. Maybe somewhere close to water, because you have the Three of Wands showing water and you have the Queen of Cups also connected with water, okay? As you see, he is looking, the Three of Wands is actually looking at a distance, waiting for something to arrive. And she is looking at, it's like someone is waiting for the ship to arrive, and she is waiting for the ship to just go into the dock so she can leave and meet the person. This really feels like this person is really waiting for this one, and this one is excited to meet this one. It really feels like this is the time where you're going to finally meet someone you've been connecting with, okay? If we with different side of single ones here, we could actually be talking about you wanting to meet someone, and you're looking for to meet someone away from where you live. Maybe you don't connect with where you are, you don't resonate with people, so you want to look for love in a different place. Okay, now for those of you who are committed, I definitely see a lot of good things coming your way, a lot of love, understanding, compassion, sweet things, because she's like the motherly. We could even be talking about some of you becoming a mother, or if you don't want to extend your family, you should definitely um, protect yourselves if, most importantly, you are traveling. Okay, you could become very romantic and excited, and something could happen there. Okay, so that's what we have for you, which is a beautiful year for you. Okay, now we're just going to be taking, as we mentioned earlier, some cards from the archangels for you, one card by quarter. Okay, so let's see what we have for Scorpio first quarter, please. We have moon cycles. Archangel Haniel. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize upon these cycles. We do have the moon here, and we have the journaling, and we have the dreamer, so it's a very dreamy. So pay attention to the moons, because they definitely influence your energy, your mood. So if you are interested in, maybe you start working with the moon as well. Okay, and then for the second quarter we have healthy lifestyle. Archangel Raphael. Eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. So we are asking you in the second one to pay attention, okay? Pay attention to your health, pay attention to your daily habits, pay attention to how you feel, your energy. Are you releasing excessive energy? Are you, getting fresh air, all of that here. So that's important for you on the second trimester. And then we move on to the third one, and we have clairsentience, Archangel Raguel. Notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. So you have a lot about feeling and making, emotions here, and then you have make sure you have a good healthy lifestyle, so you're taking care of your body, mind, and soul. Now we come to feeling things here, very emotional. Remember the second chakra, we're talking about the emotions and the sexuality, the creativity, and all of that. There you go. And then finally, we have overcoming difficulties with Archangel Jeremiel. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. And this is where we come at the end of the year, changing something, maybe preparing to change something in your life. Remember the door to value, your value in the world or in the marketplace, and all of that. Okay, so that's what we have for you. Thank you so much for being here, Scorpio. I do hope this helps you a bunch here. I would recommend that you save this reading, because it's the only one we do a full year, so you can always come back and check if this is making sense to you. Okay, definitely we'll be doing a lot of readings throughout the year, but it's always nice to come back to this general one and just get some extra guidance. Okay, so that's what we have for you. Thank you so very much for being here, and until next time, have a fantastic year. Take care.